R.I.P. Patrice, man. Patrice O'Neal, who said it, bro. It's like, I got into this game because I'm a funny guy. And then I realized somewhere down the road that this game isn't that. Like, it's like all of show business, which we already know is greasy, but it's like the niggas who really thrive are the people that are okay to just put their human instincts aside to sell you a Pepsi. It's like, I'm not that nigga, bro. I'm a human. And you know what's been the funnest part is the challenge of figuring out how to maneuver in this digital space. And this is what this podcast is. This is what all this shit is. Might as well get into some comedy talk because we're not going to do a bunch of the other shit. What are we, like 45 minutes in?
32.
God damn, nigga. Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem. I'm high as shit. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Black Zeus, the podcast. This is Black Zeus. That's me. You're the beautiful people. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. You too can be beautiful people. All you have to do is come back next week, and that's it. The beautiful people are the people that keep coming back. You're beautiful people, and that's all that we're going to say about that. Your boy's back to smoking weed, if you can't tell. And, you know, after a week and a half off, it's hitting me pretty good. So, going to be loopy for the first few minutes here. We'll acclimate, as the pilots would say. We're hitting turbulence. Everything's... Oh my God. We're leveling out. All right. So we're going to do that. This is episode 38. This is season 4. I did a bunch of comedy, you know, so we actually have some comedy shit to talk about. As much as we can talk about that. There were some fights that happened. There were some fights that aren't going to happen. We'll talk about that. We got poll results. There's that. And, you know, I just did the rundown of the episode, which I don't normally do. So there's that. It's a good episode so far. Starting off all right. We gotta get a producer in the house. We need someone to man the computer. We need another voice. We need a calmer voice, a voice of reason. So let's summon the producer right now. The powers of Africa unite. All the punching power of Francis Ngannou. And then Dante's in the building.
The power of boxing has been stripped away.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. That's pretty good. How you living, bro?
I'm good. Blessed and highly favored. How are you doing?
Right. I'm doing all right. You know, I'm high. I said it already.
Yeah.
You're not high.
Nah. I'm high on life.
Yo, man, I'm high on life too. You know, why you have to make it sound like I'm not high on life?
No,
I'm obviously high on weed because like you can hear my voice.
That's just a cliche thing sober people say. It's like, oh man, I don't need drugs. I'm high on life.
Fair enough. All right.
I used to be one of those people.
You seem to be that person right now. What do you mean used to be? You're telling me you're telling me all these things right now. It's like, oh, this used to be me. Is that why you know so well? That's why you know so well?
That's literally something I just used to say.
I think you're gonna have to carry this episode, bro.
Too high?
No, I'm not that high. I'm exaggerating like a motherfucker right now. If anything, I smoked an hour ago? Like, we watched the fights again.
Yep.
We watched the replay. And then, or all the highlights, I guess is we'll say we watched the highlights. But we both watched the fights.
I watched them yesterday.
I watched them yesterday also. I did some shows yesterday. What have you been up to though?
What have I been up to? Just been busy. We've been shooting some stuff, you know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy though. You've been busy. Like, what do you?
Yeah, like I've been editing.
Why are you being
and
so
like
nonchalant, nigga? Like,
I don't know, bro. The weeks go by so fast. Like I said,
is that a recent phenomenon in your life, or do you think that that's been like around for a while?
It's been around for a while. Like it's been like going like turbo speed for a while.
You're mid-20s, late 20s,
26.
All right, so you just
Mid-ish.
passed you're mid-ish. You're still mid.
Yeah.
All right, so I would say yeah, everything starts to ramp up really. Like
Yeah.
the older you get, bro, the time becomes fucking. It's non-existent, bro. It doesn't even feel like it's a real thing.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for doing that. Now I'm having some sort of weed existential crisis. Oh my God, bro. I didn't get some of the things that I need to do. Still got to go to Nubian show tonight. Happy November, everybody. You know, this episode's releasing November 1st. I hope you had a good Halloween and shit. I'm obviously celebrating Halloween. I am in high school right now. That's my character, you know, because I got this G-Unit hoodie. Prime condition, my actual hoodie from back in the day. So, like, one of the few fucking pieces of clothing that actually survived. Somehow, really good condition. There's like some fucking cat bite marks in the collar and shit. I never had a cat. These are girls' cats that fucking ate my shit. Did you hear you heard that? You heard that anger and bitterness? They're not even in my life anymore, but here I am wearing this sweater that I like. Fucking this damn cat. All right, let's talk about comedy because there was none of that last week. Started off this Monday. I'm working on a new hour, is what I've been telling myself for a while, but not committing to. And then I just got bored of fucking working on some of the jokes that, like, I want to do an hour that's specific to certain subjects, you know? So I'm like locking in on a bunch of like relationship shit and love shit, sex stuff. And damn, bro, like doing comedy with this fucking wire shit, bro. I'm over it, bro. Like, I'm so over it. People say they don't notice, but it's like, to me, that's all I notice. Obviously, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's like, you don't hear, you still don't. I say this every week. Say this every week.
Like, it's kind of noticeable. Like, it's like a 2, 3. But if I didn't know you, I would just think that's the way you spoke.
My personality is I laugh a lot and I smile a lot. And it just feels awkward to do both those things to the point where I don't want to do that. I don't even want to speak. Like, doing the podcast is annoying as fuck. Because, like, I feel like I should just be resting. Like, maybe this is God telling me shut your mouth for a bit, nigga. Like, you talk a lot.
Yeah.
This fuck. It's been annoying, but, you know, I've been dealing because that's what you do as an adult. Or just as a human, I guess. You gotta tough it out and fight through the adversity. You know what's been really fucked is existing online and in comedy and then also in the real world right now. Is like, obviously things are fucking crazy right now. We're like on the brink of war. The gas is just being bombed to shit. And it's like, I don't know, man. I'm a human being, but I guess online, you're not supposed to be a human being online, you know? I think the weirdest part for me is watching like artists and entertainers like not use their platform, but then like big up other people that are using their platform. It's like, what advertisements are you trying to protect? You know what I mean? Like, what corporate interests are you trying to align with? It's so odd to me, bro. Like, I don't know. But I'm supposed to just be a comedian. It's very, like, I don't know, bro. Like, you're a content creator, you know? Like,
Yeah.
do you feel do you feel any pressure to fucking speak? I'm not necessarily saying this is reflecting of my thoughts, but like, do you feel any pressure to speak up about what's going on? Do you think one way or the other if people do or don't?
Me personally, I don't feel pressure to speak, but that's just me. Like,
Yeah.
this is not an issue that feel that I have to say something about, regardless of like what's actually happened. I don't feel like I need to say something about it. You know what I mean? Like, if it was something else, maybe, but if it doesn't move me, I don't really feel compelled to speak. You know
what
I mean?
moves you, nigga? Genocide doesn't move you?
Yeah, when there's a good fight going on.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. And that's the part that's weird to me because I exist in the real world too. But like at the same time, I'm watching those fights and I'm like, I don't know, nigga. It's like,
yeah, I mean, maybe I would just compartmentalize those things.
yeah, that's what
like,
everybody does. That's how we move through life.
Yeah.
And not even, and again, like, that's a very human way to fucking, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't even think I have a platform to speak about it and not necessarily have a position, but I also don't feel pressured either.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel human, and I feel like I used to feel more human and used to feel more okay with just projecting like being human about shit and just like it not having to be an actual issue or whatever. It's like now if you make a post, it's like, oh, you're taking a stance or picking a side or whatever. It's like, to me, I don't look at shit like that necessarily. You know, like I like again, I'm a comedian, right?
Yeah.
And I know that this is the way a lot of comedians think. Is like, bro, our platforms are comedy platforms. Is like not really political people, you know. Like,
No.
we're not, you know. So it's like,
but that's also like part of like the social media thing. It's like you, depending on who you are, like sometimes you have to pick a side because if you're catering to your audience, you know, half of them or more than half, depending on how you cultivate your audience, they're like, yo, you have to say something about this or da 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 da.
well, if I'm being perfectly honest, bro, from the entertainment aspect of it, like as an entertainer, as a comedian, as an artist, what I'm seeing from like people who have like a bigger platform, bigger audience, who are more tapped into like the corporate side of shit, it's like they never speak about shit.
Yeah.
Unless it's like corporately aligned with something.
Unless they get an email saying, here's what you have to say.
And that's where I start to be like, okay, well, obviously it's not necessarily that those people and they want to speak up. Like, I don't know. It's been really, like I said earlier, it's like, I've literally seen like entertainers in comment sections of other entertainers thanking them for using their voice and platform.
Yeah. That's like a
while they
subliminal
have
way.
their own fucking voice and platform. But then like you look at their voice and platform and it's literally them selling shit. You know, so it's like, but at the same time, it's like I'm also a comedian. I know my place isn't like to be like I'm not a preacher or whatever. But it's really odd to, and then I also don't know the whole thing, you know? Like, I don't know.
That's for me personally, that's another thing. Like, I don't know the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I not really.
But are you educating yourself on that shit?
That's what I was gonna say. I'm
You're
not interested in even educate. Like, the things that move me, I go 100% in them. You know what I mean? And if it's not pulling me to, it's like, oh, I feel the need that I have to go look into it. I'm not gonna really look into it because I'm not moved to do so. And then, so because
of course, that's how people. That's just human nature.
Yeah, but so to like compound that, it's like that also informs why I'm not gonna say something, because it's like I'm not gonna say something about something that I'm not interested in, not moved to, and you know, I don't know much about. Like all I know is like from other people telling me, but even then, that's like a certain perspective.
What you're describing is the effects of globalization, you know, and this is so hilarious for me to even be talking about because again, I wanted to talk about comedy. We'll get there, but it's like we're not meant to, like human beings, like we don't.
Yeah,
we're supposed to know what's going on in every corner of the world, but this type of an event is the type of news that makes it around the world, regardless of technology or not. How does the fucking knowledge of World War I spread over here then if it's happening over there? World War II. Like, it's a major fucking world conflict. That spreads.
Well, yeah, but it, like, to that point, like, I don't think we're supposed to be knowing about all these things.
But then
like,
we're also not supposed to be fucking so bombarded with bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
So like when I hear and again I'm just playing devil's advocate because I'm more on your side about shit than not. But then this is the struggle that I'm having is like I'm trying to figure out how I got here because again I used to feel more human about shit. I used to actually care about like things that mean a little bit more. Not to bring up that fucking Jaden Smith meme, but can we talk about the economic? Yeah, like
that's like, a sound effect.
But like, yo, they turned that nigga into a meme for a reason, though.
Yeah.
Because what, like, whose interest is it to have the majority of the world talk about the real important issues, as opposed to us, which we're gonna talk about the fucking fights? Mm-hmm. And you even saying that you're more interested in the fights than a genocide is fucking insane to me. Do you even hear that?
Yeah, no,
like,
but,
you know what I mean?
Yes, but I cannot have every single genocide that's going on in my head. I just can't because you think that's the only genocide going on right now. Of course not,
bro. Oh, nigga, I'm African, you're Caribbean.
This is what I was saying. So like,
this is a great argument because this is like I feel like a conversation that a lot of people are playing out in their own mind. You know, like I have been.
Yeah.
You're like we're like this is perfect, bro.
Like I just can't have all these genocides in my mind, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and to be like, oh, I have to put this one on top of my mind. It's like no, because what about all the other ones? Are all the other genocides less important?
I know, bro.
Are they all equally important or are they all equally not important? Like, which one is it? Because you can't say this genocide is better to be supporting than this other genocide. They're both genocides. They're both equally bad to me. So, like, I just dead it there, like, boom.
Yeah. And then at the same time, though, this is what's happening in our lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's kind of hard. I think it's harder to advocate even though like we're directly connected maybe by lineage or by heritage, you know, like us specifically, you Caribbean and me African. Mm-hmm. It's like we're definitely connected to some genocides, bro. Like,
yeah, but
it's like thing. But we're more directly connected to what's happening in our immediate timeline, you know, like adjacent to us existing. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think like it doesn't excuse the fact, obviously, like being black people know us, like all the black issues kind of get swept under the rug. Mm-hmm. You want to take a look at shit. Like, you tell me what's happened with civil rights. Nothing. But like, who's talking about civil rights anymore? It's everybody else's rights. They're like, and then civil rights kind of just got fucking swept by the wayside. You know, it's like that's how I kind of like we know the game, but it's like other people don't know the game really. Like.
This is the first
as culturally.
Yeah.
Like black people know it culturally.
Yeah, but this is because this is how it's been since day uno.
See, okay, yeah, because now we actually start to get into like some sort of world history shit.
Yeah, but that's my point. Genocide's been happening. Mm-hmm. Extinction's been happening. Like, what happened to all the other... I mean, if we want to go deep, what happened to the all the other... all the other type of Homo sapiens and all those other people, where are they?
You're talking about like the Olmecs and the fucking...
No, before that. Because like there's Homo Neanderthals, Homo sapiens.
Oh, you're talking about the missing links or...
No, but I'm just saying there's all those other species and races of homos, like we're
Homo
Homo
sapiens. They're saying they evolved up, no? Isn't that the whole theory of evolution?
Yeah, but they're also saying that some of them interbred, so like there's Homo sapiens and Homo Neanderthals at the same time. Mm-hmm. Right? And then there's, I don't know if you heard about Homo naledi. I just heard out about this one. No. Crazy, bro. They were like, I don't know if they're people, but they're kind of...
The comedy is coming later.
Yeah, it's coming. But like, yo, they found them burying their dead in a cave 200,000 years ago. And like, you have to like... They have to go.
Yeah, but see, but
they're not Homo sapiens. But they're gone. So it's like genocide's been happening.
I don't believe that everybody was just fucking cave people at all times, bro.
No, but that's
like,
what I'm saying.
Civilization. No, bro.
But
come on.
So, but that's my point. Like, there's Homo Neanderthals, which we know, Homo sapiens, and then there's There's so many. The
So many
Denisovans. I know, there's bare homos, dog. It's 2023 all the time.
We're canceled.
The Denisovans. Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
The pygmies. All the different kinds of people. Like, are we gonna talk about their genocides too as equally?
Well, they don't even fucking.
Or are we just gonna post a black square? Like, what the fuck?
But wait a second though, because they like technically what you're talking about is fringe stuff, fringe science, fringe knowledge, like pseudoscience.
It's like they found the bones.
Look, it's not that it's not, but we're
People
talking
don't know about it.
It's not even. Well, yes, but people don't know the mainstream narrative is very Eurocentric, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that's all that people know. Like, even this conflict right now. But, bro, this is what I'm saying. You can't say that you're disconnected from this conflict as a black person. Bro, I'm Ethiopian.
Yes.
The Beta Israelites are Ethiopian. Like, bro, they brought the Ethiopian Jews over there, bro.
Yes.
Like there's direct fucking.
And they're still racist to those.
Oh,
Jewish
don't
people.
tell. Yeah, like I know they sterilized the over 20,000 women or something like this. They brought over the black Ethiopian Jews, and they sterilized 20,000 of the women, and the population is in major decline of all the black Jews out there. But like, I'm not even. To me, it's like that's where I don't get into it. Is like the religious thing. Like they're trying to make this well, like they're turning this into a biblical war. Literally, like Netanyahu's having all that dialogue about it and shit.
Who?
Netanyahu, the president of Israel.
Oh,
that's how they're talking about it. It's like this is a fucking bro. He just
Well, I
made
mean, that's
he
the
just
way to
made some
justify
speech
it.
literally where he said that we're the people of light and they're the people of dark. I'm like, oh no.
yeah, but that's how you justify it. Like,
Oh,
bro,
no.
what happened? Remember, we're talking about history. The conquistadors, they came over from Spain, came to Mexico. They're like, God told us to come over here and kill all of you. Like, what?
Man,
No one talks about that genocide. Actually, they do, but
I don't know. Again, I'm not an entire historian. I just know that there's like a deeper fucking. To me, in direct effect to not just the Western world, but the entire world, what's happening right now is just set aside the religious aspect of it, set aside the not religious, but like the cultural aspect of it. I don't know what. Yeah, the weed. This is the war machine. Like, how did we not? If you grew up through Iraq, like if you grew up watching the Iraq war play out, the Afghanistan war play out,
yep.
all that shit, and then you're watching the same playbook, bro, where it's like, it's wartime. Let's ramp up the machines. Who's really making the money right now? Like, who's really profiting off of all the death?
I mean, let's follow
innocent people continue to suffer, and then
dollars,
and then we're fighting wars for barbaric fucking leaders. It's like who don't actually align with the people. Look at the people. Look at the protests the world over for Palestine, bro. In places where literally it's illegal to have a Palestinian flag in Germany or some shit.
Real.
And then all the like thousands and thousands, like 20,000 plus people were protesting, and all these Palestinian flags, like in Germany, bro, like a place where you obviously know that history.
Yep.
And it's so crazy to see like how people who have been through that history, and this is why truly, I like you just can tell that it doesn't reflect the actual religion. Like the war is not a religious war because it doesn't represent either faith. Killing of innocent people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's and then if you really want to look at even like Hamas and stuff, like they were literally built out of Israeli funding, bro. Like again, I'm not a
Really?
political guy. Damn, bro. This
Whoa.
was
So wait, Israel sent funding over.
it was like an ISIS thing. It was like no. Like
Dang.
early in the days, they saw it as like again, I'm not entirely fucking.
Okay.
Damn, we're too much of a comedy podcast to get into this. Like people are in the comment section now, being like, "You guys are fucking idiots." Like pick a side or.
I'm not picking a side. I don't know what to do.
You
You pick a side.
I respect that. Yeah, man. It's like, yo, it's just fucked up to see innocent people die for governments again. And this is where it's so obvious that the people the world over are not with it, and then the governments are saying that we represent the people and we're with the wars.
Yeah, but
like,
the
no,
government's
you're not.
never really.
But that's so like this is why it's weird to me that you can even be like it doesn't affect me because like
no,
this does affect all of us really. Like
okay,
I think it's easier to say it doesn't.
I'm not saying it doesn't affect me. My point
To
is
the extent where there's like no, like you don't see the steps where this actually ends up in our front yard. You know what I mean?
okay, it's possible, but I'm okay. So I have to live in that fear all the time, bro.
No.
So that
You think having information is fear?
no, but I'm just saying like. Okay, it's possible it can come to my front doorstep. Until then,
If you're a spiritual person, then you know knowledge is power. So it's like, so why would avoiding knowledge?
I'm not avoiding it.
Wouldn't it only make you stronger? Again, I'm only playing devil's advocate because I agree. I align more with Dante on this shit.
Yeah.
But like, these are the battles that I'm having in my own mind, you know. And
Yeah, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not avoiding it, but I'm also not.
post about it then. Black square.
Fuck the black square. The black square literally, like when I saw that shit going on.
Oh, that's how I knew who to stay away from. Bro.
I left Instagram.
Whoever posted
I
black
stopped
square.
using it for like I'm like, this is the dumbest thing.
I had a really good conversation with the homie the other day about getting on social media. And it's like, but it's like the trap that I'm in at this point in my career where it's like if for a comedian especially, it's like how do you build an audience
Yeah.
in the digital world without being in the digital space?
Well, this is this is straight from the Joe Rogan handbook. You post and you ghost. Like that's all you
but
can
no,
do.
that's not enough, bro. Because I don't even want to participate.
Well, then
That's the
don't
thing.
participate in the things you're not interested in participating.
I don't want to participate in any of it, but I have to. How do I fucking?
Okay. So yeah,
If I didn't need, and this is where I've already drawn the line. I don't have a TikTok. I don't have Threads.
yeah.
I'm not gonna continue down this fucking stupid ass rat race. Oh, this is the latest app that fucking. I get it. Like, sure, it's a audience building tool and all that shit. But it's like, how much more of my fucking data do people need? How many like?
Did you hear about Be Real? Do you know about that?
No.
See that's good. You don't even know what it is.
Like Be Real to me, you know what Be Real is? Is the guy from Cypress Hill.
Yeah. Insane in the
Yeah.
membrane. No. Be Real. I don't even want to explain it to
It's
you.
an app? Just tell me. I might as well know now.
It's an app, and it was supposed to be like the next big thing, and it's like I don't know how it works. I didn't have the app. I only found out about it last year because
Oh, we're already late. It's a year.
literally a guy was dressed up as the app for Halloween. I had no idea who he was. He's like, "Yeah, I'm Be Real." He's like a bee with like a movie reel. I'm like, I have no idea what this
All
app
right,
is.
so it's like a new TikTok, I'm guessing.
Something, yeah, but it was big, but I don't hear much about it anymore.
I have not heard a single word about it, but
That's
I'm guessing
good.
it's youth driven.
Most likely.
Yeah, I'm not in school anymore. I was so far removed from elementary school. Like, why am I on TikTok? Fuck.
So you're already removed. Like if you never even heard of Be Real, like that's a plus side until I.
Yeah, how is
brought
that
it
a
up.
plus when I'm still in the building phase of my career, bro? I don't have the audience where I can afford to not be on these platforms. That's the problem. When I started comedy,
yeah.
I didn't need to necessarily be on these platforms 24/7 and have them fucking with a microscope up my ass.
Yeah.
Be like, what are you doing right now? What do you do? What cereal did you have this morning? Oh my God, my fucking life is a goddamn mess. I need you to fucking fill it with something. Fill the void. And this is like, it's all void shit. It's fucking horse shit. This is like, I don't care, bro. But it's like, how do I build an audience then? It's like I obviously continue to do comedy, which will never stop.
Yep.
And luckily, bro, not luckily because I am who I am, I've built myself up on that stage in Toronto, bro. Like when I walk into clubs, people are excited to see me, bro.
Yeah, even
like I've
the
gone
dude-
to that place.
Where were we on Friday? Dude's like, "Yo, man, I've been seeing you around."
Like
You know
no,
what I
but
mean?
these are comics. That was a comic who said he's been seeing me around. That's one thing, because like
But that's still pretty.
that's still great,
know what I mean?
obviously. But that's just being an OG in the game. Like when you're around long enough. To be fair though, because I actually remember being like all bright eyed people who were like 10 plus years in. But that's not necessarily like to me when an audience member recognizes me from not my online shit because people do not recognize me for being an online guy. I'm not a meme guy.
Yeah.
I've made that very clear.
Yeah.
When they recognize me from, bro, I walked into Yuck Yucks like a couple weeks ago and I wasn't on the show. I was just going in to say a hi to some of the staff and the owner and stuff.
Yeah.
And there was a guy there with his girlfriend. Bro, this guy was in a booth with his girl, talking to his girl. He sees me, he jumps up, he's like, "Oh my god, babe, this is the comic that I was telling you about. This is my favorite guy in the city.
Hey.
This is Black Zeus. Yo, are you on the show tonight?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just like in front of his girl, in front of the owner of the club, like just to me, like that.
Yeah.
I'm a comic, nigga. You can't fuck with me on that stage unless you're an actual comic. Then I could talk to you. But if you're a fucking memer, bro, like I'm not a memer. So like that's what they want me to be, nigga.
Yeah.
But it's like I might want to talk about the war. You know, like
Then talk about it if you want to. But if you don't want to,
that's not how the platform works. I already got shadow banned for trying. I just try like and mixing it in with my comedy fucking reels and shit.
Yeah.
I got shadow banned all of a sudden.
True.
And they're already fucking with me on my goddamn views over there. So I tend to not look at that shit.
Yeah.
But like I look at it only to know how it works, bro. I'm interested to see how this shit works.
Yeah.
When I post dumb shit, it booms, bro.
Yeah.
When I post horse shit, when I post a little advertisement, it booms and it puts money in my pocket, sure. But when I post some human shit, it dips in views, it dips in engagement. But it's fucking fake, bro. This whole game is rigged and fake. And R.I.P. Patrice, man, Patrice O'Neal, who said it, bro. Is like, I got into this game because I'm a funny guy, and then I realized somewhere down the road that this game isn't that. Like it's like all of show business, which we already know is greasy, but it's like the niggas who really thrive are the people that are okay to just put their human instincts aside to sell you a Pepsi. It's like I'm not that nigga, bro. I'm a human, and you know what's been the funnest part is the challenge of figuring out how to maneuver in this digital space. And this is what this podcast is. This is what all this shit is. Might as well get into some comedy talk because we're not going to do a bunch of the other shit. What are we, like 45 minutes in?
32.
God damn, nigga. All right, so comedy recap. With my goddamn Kanye Through the Wire phase, I started out Monday at SoCap Theater, which is in the Danforth, Greek town. Shout outs to the Greeks, Tikanis. It's your boy Black Zeus right here, repping Greece. You know what I mean? I was born there, but I am all African. If you're new to the podcast and you haven't heard the origin story, that's what it is. That's why I'm Black Zeus. I was born in Greece. I'm Ethiopian though, but I rep everybody, but I rep who I am, and I'm Ethiopian by blood. So that makes sense for me to say I'm Ethiopian. Anyways, started on Monday. It was a comedy nugget show, so I'll shout them out too. They put on some really good shows in the city. And it was an all new material show. So, like I was saying earlier, I'm trying to get into the phase of my new album. And it's like having all this material, but just like trying to hone in on what the vision of the album is. Which I've actually, bro, I have like 3 albums plotted out. I just have like, and this idea is the most solid of them, like sex, relationships, love, and all that shit. And then the rest of them, I'm still kind of building out. Like my brain is like a multi-step process. As I was wrapping up the last one, I already had plotted 3 albums, but I already had timed out like the set list for the new one.
Okay.
I just have to actually start going in and really fine tuning some of the shit. So I took this Monday show as an opportunity to just start, like, it's a new material show. I ran all this shit, and then I have all these new brace jokes and like having metal wires in my teeth and all this shit. Those went over really well. It was a smaller crowd, but it's a Monday, so shout outs to those people. What I will say though, at that show, fucking hilarious, and I put the reel up or the short on my YouTube. There was the first comic up, bro. I was supposed to be the first comic up, and then this guy that's frantic. I've never seen him before, but he's just like this frantic comic, and he like whatever he needs to go first, so he goes first. He goes up on stage, bro. This guy's Ukrainian, okay? Like straight from Ukraine, fresh off the boat.
Yeah.
This nigga looks like Zelensky. He looks like the fucking president of Ukraine. And the first words out of his mouth are, man, I'm so fucking mad at Israel and Palestine right now. Don't forget to give us money. I'm like, oh, crickets, bro. He's like, oh, I'm like, yo. But it's like, I hate to go so deep into the stereotype of it, but like, I even mentioned it on stage, and it was part of the short that I posted.
Yeah, so.
It's like, I thought that Zelensky being a comedian was a conspiracy thing, but seeing that guy, bro, I'm telling you, that guy looked like Zelensky. Like, height-wise, obviously he's Ukrainian, you know what I mean? So he sounded like him, he looked like him, he was asking for money on stage, like as part of his jokes, and then as soon as his set was over, this nigga bounced, bro. Like, bounced.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Zelensky, bro. Like,
Do you get a picture with him?
no, I don't want a picture with that goofball. Yo, I'm out of there, bro. I made a joke about it on stage, and then, you know, hopefully the government doesn't see that because they'll shut my bank account down or something. That's the joke I made, is like, because they have that power. But yeah, that was wild, bro. Like, I couldn't believe, like, the stereotype just living itself out. I'm like, how many comedians do you got over there, bro? This is crazy. Just the fact that he looked like, obviously the genetics are really like limited over there. They only got so many phenotypes. Like, they only, the creative character is limited in the face, eyes, nose. Because if you're pressing out carbon copies of the president out there, that's hilarious. So then, yeah, moving on to the rest of the week. I did a bunch of shows Friday, Saturday. Today is Sunday. We're going out to Nubian after this. I'm not on tonight, but just going to support, talk to Kenny, and probably try and get on either next week or like one of the closing out shows for the year. But I did Yuck Yucks Saturday. Actually, I'll start with Richmond Hill because you came with me on that retreat. We drove out frantically to Richmond Hill, which is just outside of Toronto.
It was actually Thornhill.
Yeah, it was actually Thornhill.
That's just one of the people in the crowd to say. It was like, you're not in Richmond Hill, it's Thornhill.
Well, bro, the club promotes itself as being in Richmond Hill, so I don't know what the hell that. I'm not from there, so I knew I was in a hill. Yeah. How about that? The club is great. The show was hilarious. The only thing that I wish had actually happened, and you got to witness this too, because we were filming, so it was fun to capture that room. The room is gorgeous though.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's like, it's a very swanky comedy club.
Yeah.
If you're in Thornhill, Richmond Hill, Toronto area, go check out Joker's Comedy Club. They got shows every weekend, and I should be headlining a weekend there soon. Like, we're plotting that. But talking to that nigga is crazy. So yeah, we showed up there just in time for this charity show for a basketball. Like, it was a basketball charity. That's why there was a bunch of basketball jokes. Shout outs to Mark Trinidad, Alan Shane Lewis, and Tamara Siobhan. Some of the best people I know in the comedy game, and it was just fun I don't get to do shows with them that often. Like, Mark I see pretty frequently, but Alan I don't get to see that often because this nigga is killing it on CBC. He's on TV. And Tamara's just crushing it, but we don't really cross paths too often. So yeah, that was a really fun show. I mean, it was a show. It was work. The audience was too spread out. But like, that's not on me or any of the comics. Everybody did their thing, and I got laughs. Everybody got laughs. Mark did a great job hosting, bro. Yeah, like, he did a great job. Like if it wasn't for his hosting, that show would have been a lot harder to fucking pull off. Then rolling into Saturday, Yuck Yucks downtown Toronto. I was booked for the 7:30 show and the 10 o'clock show. I leave with enough time, like more than enough time, to get to the show, the first one. But bro, traffic to get into Toronto is already a mess. Yeah. But again, I gave myself enough time. I factored that in. What I didn't factor in is a car accident just up ahead of me that would happen, that would create like over a 30-minute delay. Miss my first show. Get a message from the owner the next day being like, hey, yo, what's going on? And again, I'm an adult, so I own up to it. No excuses and all that shit. It's like, it is what it is. It's not professional, which I fucking hate because, you know, I'm not trying to present myself that way. But, like, yeah, smooth that over. What actually ended up happening, because I missed the first show and I had to wait till 10, like I put the bat signal out, and someone had canceled on another show, so I was able to go get a set in, and then came back to Yucks to finish off the night there. 10 o'clock show actually really ended up being really nice. They just started doing the late shows on Friday, Saturday again. They've only been doing 8 o'clock shows for a while since COVID, but now things are really picking back up. So go check out Yuck Yucks, downtown Toronto. They got shows throughout the week. They got Wednesday amateur night. Thursday is like antidepressant Thursdays. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are always shows. Last Sunday of the month, which is today while we're recording, not when you're listening, but the last Sunday of every month is the legendary Nubian Disciples. Kenny Robinson. Damn, this fucking through the wire. Through the wire. Kenny Robinson presents Richard Pryor's Nubian Disciples of Comedy. I believe that's the full title. But it's the closest thing Canada has to Def Comedy Jam. It's literally like one of the 3 to 4 rooms where I credit my real growth on stage. And legendary show. So if you're ever around on the last Sunday of the month, go check out Nubian show at Yuck Yucks. And I think that's going to be it for the comedy recap. There it is. I actually did a bunch of shows, and it's ramping up. I actually have a bunch of really good shows coming up. I don't have my phone in the studio, so I will. Comedy Royal Rumble at Civilian on November 11th. It might not be November 11th, but it's there. I'm at the Soho House on November the 7th. It might not be on the 7th, but I'm at SoCap. That's December, so I don't need to promote that right now.
Might as well.
Not right now, bro. It's too much. But I'll be at SoCap. I'll be back on the damn 4th. I'll be in the East End, Greek Town. And that Slap Yo Mama comedy, that one's gonna be a fucking banger. That one is November 20th. It's a Monday at the Drake Underground. Okay, so the Drake Hotel, not Drake the rapper. This is as well known, in Toronto. If you're from Toronto, you know the spot. It's at the Drake Hotel Underground, which is the venue. It's just called the Underground. November 20th, Slap Yo Mama. Tickets are available. All the links and shit are available. I think I got to start a link tree. You know what I mean? And yeah. But that's the comedy recap. We're gonna do the poll results, and then we're gonna talk about the fights briefly. We're not doing Dante's Inferno this week because that's insanity. But yeah, if you're new to the podcast, welcome once again. If you're returning, welcome back, beautiful people. You know this segment. It's called Poll Results. Every Monday on my Instagram social media feed, soon to be YouTube when the channel pumps a little more. But we're not begging. Don't worry. Organic growth. Not give a fuck when. We got patience over here and talent. That's the motto. But on my Instagram social media feed, every Monday I post an interactive poll question. I leave it up for 24 hours. The people vote on it. And then Wednesday, we bring the results here, and me and Dante discuss the results. This week's poll question was, which of these is the worst quality? And the options were gossip/jealousy. Did you hear that? Just gossip slash.
I didn't hear it, dude. Only you heard it.
Damn, bro. Through the wire. Gossip/jealousy, dishonesty, negativity, or lack of empathy. And before we get to the results, Dante, how did you vote on this one?
So, the way, me personally, I think these kind of they all fall under the same category as negativity. Like, I think these are all
of course
different forms of negativity.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So, for me, I picked
you boil it down to negativity.
Yes,
I see. I get what you're saying, but for me, how I view this, and I think there could be way more options too, because we're literally, it's like a scientific fucking theory thing. It's like they do all fall under negativity, but you could also say negativity falls under dishonesty or gossip and jealousy. Like it's vice versa. Like,
no, but if they all,
that's the root. You're saying negativity is the root.
Yeah, it's lower vibrational.
and that would be the root for negativity. Like you could keep
Yeah,
going
but
back.
that's what I'm saying.
All right,
So it's
all right.
It's lower vibration, which is underneath.
I like the way you
negativity.
thought this through. You just boiled it down to, okay, what do these all boil down to? Because 100%, these are all qualities you would find in the same person. You know what I mean? Like if they possess like one of these, chances are they possess all of these.
Yeah.
If not at least 2 or 3 of them.
So if there's a negative person, they're more likely to gossip or to be
Correct.
dishonest.
So they're very interconnected. But
Yes.
it's like, which of these is your most annoying? For me,
Yeah.
gossip, bro. I fucking hate gossip. Like, but as I've gotten older, I realize there is a right and wrong way to do it too. Like, not necessarily a right way to gossip, but it's like if there's something that you need to tell somebody, and this actually just happened the other day. My friend needed to tell me, like, it's like, yo, watch out for this.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, not to name names because
Yeah.
it's not about that. And that, like, the way
Exactly.
they did that was so perfect. And I even brought that up. I'm like, the way you did that, and because they even mentioned it's like, because I don't want to get into gossip.
Yeah.
Where it's like just boiling down the bare essential information that
Yeah.
is important for me to know.
Yeah. But that's positivity because they're actually trying to help you there.
Correct. So like that, and that is a person that I know cares about me, and I
Yeah.
care about them. So it's like I don't. That's the people that I fuck with at this
Yeah.
point in my life.
Yeah.
It's like if you possess these, I don't. So like get away from me. That's some snake in the grass shit. There's a bunch of Lil Wayne bars. Like a bunch of them are like flooding in my mind. It's like snake in the grass was one of his favorite fucking things to go to. But yeah, I would honestly say gossip, like jealousy. I just put it in there because I see them as the same. But nah, if anything, jealousy could be split off into its own
Yeah.
branch. I think.
Because you might gossip out of jealousy. Like you might be saying something like, oh, this.
Well, I don't
that,
think
that,
you
that.
can gossip without it, like without some jealousy being at play. Like, what is if you're talking like about someone who's not in the room? That says something about how you feel about that person.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess it's not always going to be jealousy, but
Yeah.
I'd imagine there's a lot of that.
There's something.
Yeah.
But you can be jealous and not be gossiping.
I just fucking hate gossip because like I've experienced so much of it. I've done so much of it when I was younger. But then I realized that is the trait of. I think maybe for me that's the easiest to recognize in snakes. You know,
Yeah.
like that is the trait of a snake, bro. Is gossip. If this nigga's willing to talk about someone else when
Yeah.
they're not in the room, then you know they're talking about you.
Yep.
The second that you leave the room, and then once I entered like entertainment and show business, I'm like, bro, this. Actually for me,
So many snakes in the grass.
it's amplified in show business because people are thirsty for like fame or the spotlight, whereas some people are just artists. That's where I fall in line. So it's like I've really like, but you have to have a spine about shit, you know.
Yep.
And that's where I think it's like, okay, just because I'm not a snake in the grass or I'm not willing to play the game the way some people may, you know, and that's not a spite on them. It's just that's not my personality type. And you know, I'm again Nipsey, bro. Marathon mentality. It's like one brick at a time. I've accumulated the skill and the confidence, so it's like now that can take me anywhere. I'm not reliant on anything other than myself, and I've proven what I can bring. So, I forget where that was going. It was going to a specific spot. Why the fuck would you give me the results before I
sorry.
even asked for them, nigga?
I thought you were asking.
The fuck, nigga? The fuck, nigga?
didn't
We
say
have a
that.
formula, nigga.
Go for it.
The fuck, nigga? You know?
I thought that's where this was coming. My bad.
Nigga. All right. No. I'm just that was a crazy aggressive. Not warranted. No, I really wanted to figure out how I was wrapping that up, but you know, I guess I'll take more lines, man. Let's get to the results. For the first time me seeing these results, this is 18% dishonesty, 44%. Wait, 18% said gossip and jealousy, 44% said dishonesty, 13% said negativity, 25% said lack of empathy. Lack of the empathy, yeah, that's also a wild one. Yeah, dishonesty. it's not that it's excusable. I think for me, that's just way easier to dismiss. Because I already don't I don't hold the opinion of dishonest people to any high regard.
Yeah.
So it's like when you prove yourself to be dishonest, it's like, all right, yeah, all right. Like, exactly. You know that one doesn't really.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, like if you're dishonest, I'm not fucking with you. But like, okay,
Yeah.
this is just there's other ones that I think are way more fucking like a
I'm
mosquito.
surprised negativity is so low. Like,
but to that, I think
just someone being a negative person.
I don't know, but when I read some of these other ones, they just read worse than negativity. You know, like lack of empathy reads worse than negativity. Not necessarily that it is or isn't. And I actually think negativity of all of these is the tamest. You know, like even though technically it's the root. Like when you just think about how people's minds work.
Yeah,
it's like you read gossip and jealousy, you read dishonesty. Like those are salacious terms. Like lack of empathy, that's like fucking. Yeah. You monster. But you hear negativity, and that's just like regular negativity.
Yeah, but like
it's not the glamorous choice.
Yeah, but like let's go back to like a lower vibration. Like if you're just a negative person, like you're trying to do something, and then there's always that guy's like, oh well, it's never gonna work, or da 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 da. Get that energy away from me, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't need that negativity around me. Just
again,
though, you know what I mean?
The way I feel about dishonesty is kind of the same way about negativity. I can shut that out so easily that it doesn't, like, even though I know it's annoying, it doesn't affect me because I just shut that out. It's like,
I agree. Like, it doesn't affect me because, like, I'm not going to let it affect me. But, like I said, I just think negativity encompasses all these things, which is, at least, you know, my brain.
You're bringing down the vibes.
Yeah, like, in everything. Like, if you're gossiping and I'm around you, you just brought down the vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we're doing something, it'd be like, oh, but this guy's so much better. Dog, you're bringing down the vibes. Like if you're jealous about it, if you're giving praise, that's different.
Yeah.
But if you're jealous and we're just talking about something and all of a sudden your jealousy flares up, it's like, ugh.
All right. Well, that's this week's poll results. If you guys want to get in on that action every Monday, I'm AKA Black Zeus on Instagram. It scrolls at the bottom of the screen if you're watching on YouTube. Yeah, we'll do the results again next week. Let's wrap up this episode with some fight talk. In the midst of all the chaos, you got to keep the high profile fights going. Yeah, Francis Ngannou versus the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. We are not boxing experts. Dante is the MMA expert, and I would wager you know more about boxing than I do.
I know that's rigged.
Bro, this is why I don't watch boxing.
This is why I can't, like...
When I'm watching, like, real professional boxers be like, yo, that was rigged.
Yeah.
And, like, people in the industry, then my opinion... They supersede my opinion anyways. It already feels rigged when you're watching it. I don't think you need to be an expert to see that.
But it's a fight. Like, you can't... Like, okay, someone could take a dive. But you also can't wipe my memory of what I just saw.
Well, they're saying that Fury hit him more. He got more shots in.
Yeah, but they're pity-pat shots.
That's what I said, bro, to my homie who brought that up. He's like, technically, he got more shots in. It's like, isn't it about damage? Like,
what is this, touch taekwondo?
Like isn't it about actual, like, damage? Like, bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think they're protecting the sport of boxing because it doesn't look good to have an MMA guy show up.
But it damages when you do that because...
Yeah, but they already have the next boxing match. Like,
I know, but I'm saying...
Which to me is so fucking wrestling. Like, we already have the next pay-per-view planned out.
Well, I mean, because they
so we have to protect that.
No, but the fighters sign it, and I think where they were gave them money to do the fight, like how they did it for this one.
Fair enough.
Right? But... I think by rigging the sport, you just ruin the whole integrity. Like, I want to watch boxing, but because I know it's so rigged and the guy that wins the fight is not going to actually win it in the judge's eyes, like that makes me not want to watch it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'll tune in to this one just to see what happened, but I won't tune into like a.
You know what sucks though, because it was a great fight. Like it was actually really.
But that's what I'm
enjoyable,
saying.
Competitive fight.
But then all people are talking about is robbery.
It gets
But
ruined by the
you
judges.
just saw this amazing fight, but the judges have to, you know,
What I'm
muck
really
it all up.
what I'm happy about is Africa.
Wakanda.
No, fuck Wakanda. Cameroon, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out Cameroon. Shout out
That's it.
Francis Ngannou. Because even though he took the L on paper, that nigga got the dub. Like,
got the dub,
in
for sure.
everybody's eyes,
Yeah.
in the fight world. Dana White is fucking pissed, bro. Pissed. And I told Dante this before we started recording, but I saw a comment in one of the videos like of people talking about the fight results. And somebody said, just the fact that I know Dana didn't make a cent off of this makes me so happy. And for some reason, that resonated with me. I am very happy about that because Dana White really tried to fuck that guy over. And the fact that Francis left with the title, never lost it,
Yep.
and did this and got a big payday and looks like a champ still.
Yep.
Like, and he's signed to PFL now, so he'll be doing MMA and boxing, I'm guessing.
Yep.
He'll probably be doing both.
Yep.
I can maybe see a future where this guy's holding a title in MMA and a title in boxing.
I don't know about unboxing because it's still
Why not?
rigged.
Fair enough. They wouldn't let that happen.
No.
Fair enough.
Like,
But I'm
no,
saying
but who's gonna
you
fight?
could see a reality where realistically, like he could pull that off, is what I'm saying. If it wasn't rigged.
Not if
then
it's in the sport of boxing because it's rigged.
all right, but you're not fucking hearing what I'm saying, nigga. He could
I-
do it.
I could see him winning, but he'd only have the MMA belt because the boxing's not gonna let him get a belt, bro. This is the reality I see. He could win a fight. He might be able to knock someone out.
That's what I was gonna say. What about that?
But okay, Anthony Joshua's not going to want to fight him. Deontay Wilder's not going to want to fight him. These are the champions of today. The only reason Tyson Fury wanted to fight him because he thought it would be an easy cakewalk, and look what happened. He lost technically. Like Francis literally outboxed Tyson Fury.
Yeah, he did not look like a world-class champion.
Right? The Usyk's not going to fight Ngannou. So where's he going to get this belt from? Because those are the guys that have all the belts. And if they want to fight him, it's not going to be for the belt. It's an exhibition fight. Because even that fight was an exhibition belt, but then you see Tyson with the belt on after as if he won a belt in that fight. It was never even on the line. So yeah, like Francis could be a PFL champion. But even then, like... There's levels.
There's levels.
Like, he could he still has his UFC belt, so he could still hold that up because
Technically, yeah.
So he could still hold that.
He never
up.
lost it.
He never lost it.
Speaking of UFC, John Jones injured,
Again.
8 months.
Yeah.
Um,
Classic John Jones.
classic John Jones.
Pulling out of a fight.
Last fucking minute. Oh man, and that card looks like shit now,
I mean, the thing is,
bro.
I
That's
don't even
Madison
know.
Square Garden. What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Because they pulled off all the stops for Fight Island. The Volkanovski and Kamaru getting them involved
yeah.
last minute. Like you're telling me they can't figure out like a big main event for Madison Square Garden? Like they don't have a backup plan for that?
Well, I mean,
The backup plan is an interim belt? Like
Yeah.
what the fuck is that? Why won't Miocic fight? He only has so much time left, bro.
Well, see, that's the thing because
He could get
technically,
damaged and then
no, but technically, if Miocic lost, then John Jones versus Miocic doesn't happen for the belt. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in order to make sure Stipe has the belt, does Stipe? No,
Joe-
John Jones has the
Jones
belt.
has the belt.
Yes. Okay. So yeah. So I guess I don't know why they didn't
Yeah.
do that. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure.
I'm like, I thought he had it, but I guess Stipe relinquished it or something. They took it from him, or
No, he lost it to Francis.
he lost it to Francis.
Then John won it from.
Oh, so it was an open belt
was-
between him and Gon. That's what happened, right? He came back and fought Cyril Gon.
Cyril Gahn, that's what it was.
He didn't. Cyril was never the champion.
No, it
But
was,
he
it
fought
was
him
for the it was for the belt.
Yeah. Yeah, I
is
don't know why
crazy.
Stipe didn't just take the fight. But then again,
Why wouldn't he take that fight?
Well, because if he loses, then he doesn't fight the John fight. That's my only thing.
No, but I'm saying John won that belt I guess, yeah, because he had to take the interim or whatever from Cyril Gane. No, because,
No, Cyril never had an interim. I don't.
yeah, and Ngannou left with
Yeah.
the belt.
Yes.
So then John Jones fought Cyril Gane
For the open
in
belt.
France, no? Was that the one in France or no?
I don't
That might
remember.
not have been the one in France.
Yeah. Either way.
And,
It would have been cool to
so
see
that
Stipe
why didn't
fight.
that just be, that should have been the Stipe
Honestly,
John Jones fight.
Stipe should have maybe taken this fight as a tune-up because you're coming off a layoff to fight Bones Jones. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
that's a tall order. But then again, who are you gonna fight? Pavlovich, he's kind of like the new Francis Ngannou, but he's not. You know what I mean? Like,
We'll see. There's time.
and then there's Aspinall who can like wrestle and do jiu-jitsu and strike pretty good. So, those are some dangerous guys at heavyweight.
There's still, oh, bro, we'll preview this. I guess when is the Derek Lewis fight? That's this Saturday coming up after this episode.
Yeah. Do you want
Damn,
to pull up the card real quick?
No, I'm
All right.
over this episode.
All right. The light.
I'm saying Derek Lewis winning. I don't even know who he's facing. That's my preview. No, all right, pull it up real quick. How much time? This is episode 1 hour.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Like, I think. Where is it?
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Almeida.
Yeah.
Is this for anything? Is this for contendership or?
I mean, yeah. Like, I think if Jailton wins, he might be next in line because they might want to push him. You know what I mean? They might
This
want
is
to.
like a test. Put him up against Derek Lewis. But
Yeah.
Derek Lewis is also on a comeback.
Yeah.
He's looking like an actual fighter now. It's great.
Let's see.
All right.
Yeah. There's not much on this card, so we don't got to go through it. But Angela Hill's fighting. Okay.
Oh, and they confirmed the card for Toronto.
Yo, just looking at this, they have Angela Hill, the underdog. Put money on that.
Put money on that?
It's Angela Hill. They always disrespect her like this.
Interesting.
She's the first black woman in the UFC.
All right.
And they just,
Well, what's Denise Gomez?
I don't know, just another Brazilian woman.
See, so you don't know her, though. Oh, she's not even ranked, though.
Yeah, and Angela
She's
Hill.
the underdog, and she's ranked, but this lady's not
This
even
is
ranked.
what I'm saying.
All right, that's a little crazy.
And she fought like she got robbed against Watterson, bro. She gets robbed, like, bro, she gets Ngannou, like how Ngannou got robbed. They do that to Angela Hill all the time.
Well, then maybe put some money on that
But then she might get robbed.
if it goes to the judges.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And usually Angela Hill, because, this is a lighter weight class, so they don't have knockout power. You know what I mean? But
All right.
anyways,
I'm over this shit. Dante, where can the people find you online?
you can find me online at Person1Prod, PERSON, the number 1, PROD.
I am AKA Black Zeus on all social media. Well, most social media, not TikTok, not Threads, but I'm around. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, hit the like button. It helps. Tell a friend. But we're not begging. We're not beggars over here. We got patience and talent, so we'll figure it out. Thank you so much for being here. We really, what's going on right now? The weed is wearing off. We really appreciate you. We thank you for being here. And if you want to be the beautiful people of this podcast, once again, all you got to do is come back next week. I am Black Zeus, and this has been Black Zeus the Podcast, Season 4, Episode 38. Peace, peace.